Hey, good morning, all of the existing Chilakoot Ultra Archery Challenge competitors, as well as those of you who are still thinking about doing this on June 6th. Good morning to you as well. Time is starting to get closer. We're 20 days out. So if you're on the edge of what you want to do, make a decision quick, right? It's coming. So we'd love to have you join us at the club on June 6th, bright and early. So today, what I wanted to do, as promised, is give you guys another video, just kind of getting a little bit deeper into some of the things you should expect on June 6th, as well as some different sort of philosophies or things to think about as you prepare for the demands of the day. And so this last weekend, as we all experienced, was absolutely gorgeous. 87, I think, Friday, 84 Saturday. And when the temps start to get higher versus something that we would typically do in like a March or an April, I think it's important to point out sort of how you have to think differently about preparing for something like this. And so just a few things to think about as I walk through sort of an order or timeline of events. I have decided that the start-finish area will be near the clubhouse. I just think it's really important, depending on if there's sun or rain or whatever, that we leverage the gazebo pavilion area for participants to have a specific area to get set up. So there's picnic tables there and seating. We'll have that kind of roped off for you. The other nice thing is it's so close to the clubhouse. If you need to use a restroom, it's just right down maybe 50 yards from where you need to be. So it makes it really, really easy. You will not be allowed to bring your bag into the clubhouse. The bag has to be set and staged in the pavilion area because we want to make sure, we trust everybody, but we want to make sure nobody receives or gives off a perception of unfair advantage with your pack. So just keep that in mind. If you got to use the restroom, get to the pavilion first, right by the start finish line, and then from there you can take a break or whatever you need to do. We'll also have our timekeepers and lap recorders staged near the fire pit in the pavilion, which makes it really easy as you come, yes, up the hill to finish a lap. You'll be able to get straight there, cross the start finish. If there is a surprise weigh-in of your bag, we can handle all of that right there as you begin your next lap. So couple things, just let's start at the feet and work our way up. Footwear is your choice. Many of you will potentially use this as a training ground or a testing ground for gear you anticipate or plan on using this fall, whether that's an elk hunt, any sort of other western hunt, or even just whitetail, right? So as far as what you choose to wear, that's completely up to you. Also, if you choose to bring multiple options, you have that right. So you can go with a boot, you can go with sort of a hybrid style hiker. That's an all-weather, something that gives you a little stability. Or if you're just out there trying to scream through laps, you can go with an all-terrain shoe. It's totally up to you. A couple things that I would think about if I were you is socks. I think it's in your best interest to bring an extra pair of socks. There are lightweight, there's midweight, there's heavyweight, there's ones with foot padding, ones without foot padding. Those things become very real opportunities to impact your performance depending on who you are, how you hike, temperatures, etc. So the last thing you want, take it from me, is hot spots developing on your feet. And if they do, you're going to also want to think about bringing things like Luco tape or pressure tape, things that you can pull off to the side of the trail and sort of triage, if you will, anything that you have. The idea is you want to keep going and replicate again what being out west may or may not feel and look like. For those of you who've been out west, you know, just after a day or two of a few miles, it can start to wear your feet out. So please plan on that. As we get within sort of 10 days, we'll have a different conversation about weather and maybe what to expect, right? Of course, we all want it to be beautiful out and all those things. I kind of want it to be rainy and make it maybe even a little bit more challenging, but we'll see what that weather decides to do. So again, things like Chilakoot, padding, blister coverage, different styles of shoes, all things that are fair game and ultimately up to you to decide. Second thing, pants, shorts, do whatever you want to do. Let's talk about nutrition. Nutrition's a big deal when you're in something like this for multiple hours. I've used everything from frog fuel. These are really cool, 72 calories, potassium, 10 grams of carbs. This is a beta-alanine and citrulline sort of mix. Quick little energy boost of the right stuff. I've had other people bring little snack size carbohydrate bites, energy cell block fuel, anything that you want to do there. You have the option to bring that. So remember, nutrition and hydration, really, especially in June, could be a pretty big deal. If we have temps anything near what we did yesterday and the day before, that could be a real problem that you need to be cautious of and mindful of for that day. Speaking of hydration, you have a few different options. If you want to make hydration just a part of your pack and its weight, you can do that. But be careful. If you're using this, and I know this 3 liter when it's full is about 6 pounds. If I'm at 25 pounds and this is full, and then I drink this, even half of it, and I drop below 25 pounds and my bag gets checked, you will get a penalty for that. So water, while it can be included as a part of your pack weight, it can also hurt you if you drink too much of it. So some people will use a bladder and others will just bring, they'll get their pack to a certain level. We'll have water at the start finish line and they'll just do a water bottle or something different for the laps. So to reiterate that last point, we will have sort of a hydration station and bottles of water sort of set up in coolers at the start finish line in the event you need to hydrate up real quick. So you have that. You are also welcome for your staging area under the pavilion to bring your own cooler with your own hydration, your own chair. You can bring all of that stuff, and that's absolutely welcome. So you have that. A couple other things to chew on as far as the weight of your pack goes, and I've seen it done quite a few different ways. I've seen people take a weighted vest, buy these at Walmart, 30 bucks. This is just a 20 pounder. For those of you who have a bigger mountain pack, they typically weigh somewhere between 3.5, 5 pounds, but you can throw this in your bag. You can do something as simple as a 25-pound weight, or, and this will be your only reminder you get from me, I've seen people forget their backpack and forget their weight, borrow a backpack, and then go over to their truck and do this. While this works, this is not recommended. If you can imagine this hitting your back for 8 straight hours, that is not a good scenario. So don't be this guy or girl. Just be a little bit smarter about it. So as far as your weight, you can use any method you want, just make sure it's comfortable. My last video, and one thing I failed to mention, is sticks. Some people will run one, some people run none, some people need two. I mean, these are just Cascade, Mountain Tex, Walmart, 40, 50 bucks, nothing crazy, but just having something as simple as this as the day wears on could be a critical piece for you to think about. So please feel free to bring those as well. Optics, you are allowed to use a rangefinder. You are allowed to use binoculars. You are not allowed to use range finding binoculars. Okay? So you can have this, you can have this. There's just certain things with range finding binos that can get a little bit weird or create a different advantage, so we'll stay away from those. But I've seen people show up with just this and forget this. That could be a problem, and here's why. As long as you hit the vital area, and this will be in our next video from location, we'll show you the targets. So that's coming in another week or so. But as long as you hit the insert, the volunteers at that particular target will tell you you're good and allow you to move on. So being able to see where that insert is, if we decide to put the target in the shade or make it difficult to see where the insert is, you might want these. Sometimes just this does not get it done. You can't see it good enough. So whether or not you choose to wear these on your chest or just put them in your bag, completely up to you. Your bino harness is not part of your 25 pounds. That's a separate thing. So if that's how you want to roll, by all means, go with that. But again, you're going to want potentially binos and a rangefinder. We are going to do our best to change distances frequently throughout the day to keep you sharp and put you in an opportunity where you gotta make adjustments. And so over the course of 8 hours, you can imagine even the smallest adjustment in a target, 3 to 5 yards, can create an incredibly different shot outcome based on how tired you are or what your day has looked like up to that point. So we will have 3 shots, 3 different distances throughout the course. We will be walking the course this afternoon, hopefully before the rain, and then we'll begin the process of that. I am not 100% decided on a couple of different hill climbs yet, and so we'll sort of get that vetted out here in the next week or so. Ticks, you're going to be in the woods, so highly recommended you go get like a can of permethrin or something that you can do whatever to maybe potentially prevent ticks or just mitigate the risk there. That's completely up to you. We are not going to 100% stay on the paths of the course. There are going to be specific hill climbs, side hilling sort of things that pull you into the timber. We are going to cut some paths or skinnier trails through there and mark them. So they're not going to be, you climbing through thorns or anything crazy like that. But we are going to sort of design this course to give you the best possible blend of terrain that we can, given our 50 plus acres that we have to work with. And there's some really big hill climbs in there. So I would tell you that my goal is to give you shot opportunities after significant hill climbs. So you're going to be tired. Imagine chasing that bull or that deer, and now you've got to make a shot. We want to replicate that sort of experience. We talked a little bit about your bow. and your setups. Again, you'll have a bib with your assigned number, your race number. And then what I would recommend is on your fletch, remember you're going to want to bring at least 5 arrows. You'll have 3 shots. On your fletch, you're going to take a magic marker. We'll have those sitting at the station, the check-in, and you're going to want to write the same number on your fletching that corresponds with your bib number, your race number. That's how you'll know, or how we'll know where your arrow is, who shot the arrow, etc. So whether or not you choose to keep your arrows on your bow or on your back is completely up to you, but make sure you have enough arrows in case you miss a shot or something happens, that you can continue the race and shoot the shots. If you get to a shot and you don't have an arrow, you automatically will get that penalty, period. So your farmer carry, and we'll go through that in the next video. Farmer carry is going to be one of the penalties, and that'll be approximately 80 pounds. So there'll be a minimum of 2 farmer carry sandbags, and you will have to have your bow with you, and you will have to complete a farmer carry as one of the penalties. The another penalty is going to be a hill climb. So you'll have to, if you miss, go up steep terrain, loop around a cone, come back before you're allowed to continue. And then the third, we're still thinking a sled drag, but we're kind of vetting a few options on the third penalty, and we'll have that sorted out here soon. So those things, again, as you get closer, are really, really important. As we get to next week, I'm going to send out an email to everybody with arrival times, etc. Our goal is to have this thing going by 7:30 in the morning, which means we want to start weighing packs and getting everybody sort of staged and ready by 6:45. So it's going to be an early day. So please plan accordingly. So Saturday, June 6th, we are going to start weighing packs and getting through that process at 6:45 a.m. And then after that, we will have a course sort of meeting, and I'll run that course meeting and officially walk you through sort of everything to expect and what you're looking for as you navigate the next 8 hours of your day. And so this is our first time doing this on this property. And so we are working hard to ensure a great experience for all of you. Learn and make adjustments as quickly as we can, given the busyness that we're kind of all experiencing. High school's ending, and there's just a lot going on, right? It's the end of May and June. So thank you to all of you who have signed up. For those of you who have not, get on it. It's coming, and it's coming quick. At the end of the day, again, we'll have about a 60 to 90 minute-ish break. And then our plan is to have some food cooked. We'll go through some awards. We are going to have some really cool stuff coming. So Joe's Sporting Goods out of St. Paul, Minnesota has generously donated. We've got an insulated cooler. We've got hats. We've got $50 gift cards and gifts from them. So Joe's has already sponsored some stuff. We're still working on a few other potential raffle options, which will be really, really cool. More to come on that. And then we have a few other sponsored items that we'll start to highlight and call out as we get closer. So Archery Country over in Rogers, Minnesota has been incredible with helping us advertise this. So if you're over on the northwest metro area and need something, please stop in to the guys at Archery Country. They'd love to help you out, and a great group of people over there. Of course, we've got Chilakoot, where I'm a member, and all of our members have done a tremendous amount of work to support this first annual Ultra Challenge. And Joe Sporting Goods, I already mentioned them. Brueggemann Exteriors. Brueggemann Exteriors has made a sizable donation to the cause, so shout out to them. They're out of White Bear Lake, Matamidi area. They're straight north on Century Boulevard. So another great local business sort of helping us put this on. So we also have more sponsors, and as they continue to roll in, we'll get that nailed down. We're going to begin ordering t-shirts and getting those printed here this week. So thank you all for providing your size. The t-shirts are cool, right? First version of them, they'll have the unique Chilakoot Archery Challenge badge on them, and then they're going to have our sponsors on the back. It's just really kind of neat to see this all sort of come together. So again, type of shoes, type of socks, things like leukotape, things like nutrition, how you choose to get your pack to a certain size or weight, aiders, things that you need to help you get through it, and then the tools, right? All things to continue to sort of chew on and think about and strategize around. And yeah, any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I sent most of you emails already, phone numbers. Just call me. If I don't answer, leave me a voicemail. I'll get back to you right away. And then, yeah, have a great week. Looking forward to getting you another video here soon. Looking forward to seeing the participation number climb. Please help us in year one make this as successful as possible. Have a great week. Thanks.